Gold wrecks, like shipwrecks and people like hunting for those things, that's a fascinating
It
world.
is, man.
Because if you get lucky and if you find one that's filled with like Roman coins,
Yeah.
like we're talking about billions of dollars.
Lot of money to be made. We were going to do our last episode when we went and did the Donner Party. What we were supposed to be doing is we were supposed to be hanging out with guys that are still this whole fleet of Spanish vessels that went down off the east coast of Florida, so the Atlantic side of Florida. We were going to go down with these guys that are still fighting over and finding all this stuff from all these sunken ships. But then the hurricane, passed right over it. So we didn't get to go do that. We didn't go do that show. We did one about that wound up becoming mostly a story that centered around in the 70s. There's this aircraft that was carrying the Speaker of the House. So do you remember? Is it Nina? No. Hey, Jamie, I hate to be treating you like a research assistant here. Cokie Roberts, that's who. You know the journalist Cokie Roberts from like NPR and shit.
Okay, yes.
Yeah,
yes.
Cokie Roberts' father was this guy Hale Boggs. Okay, Hale Boggs was a Democrat and he was the Speaker of the House in the 70s. And Alaska had at that time only one. Alaska had a sole congressman. There was an airplane that had Begich, their sole congressman, the Speaker of the House, an assistant, and a pilot that went down in Alaska in the 70s. Still no one's found that plane. Speaker of the House. Like, imagine that happened now. You know what I mean? Yeah, 1972.
Yeah, and but it makes sense in Alaska.
Oh, it does. But then you get into the huge number of all these missing aircraft, and like all that search centered around this glacier that it would have been swallowed by a glacier. And we went to this other site where this military transport plane years ago did go down in a glacier, and the glacier swallowed it. And I think it was like, 20 some years later, that glacier started to spit that plane out at the toe of the glacier. Like it carried it, I don't know what it is, 13 miles under the ice, and then started to spit out human remains and plane parts. Wow. Every spring the military goes to the foot of that glacier. Every spring they go there. Every summer they go to the toe of that glacier, and they're still identifying human remains that are moving out of that thing miles away from where that plane burrowed into that glacier. Wow. Yeah, we went right there.